What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and today we're going to be taking a special look at a special edition colorway of a shoe that I really liked from last year. I picked it as one of my top 5 picks from last year's training shoes, and I think it's just a shoe that does everything right. There's nothing too fancy about it. It just works really well, and that is the Savage 1. Last week, Born Primitive announced their limited edition 80th anniversary D-Day Savage 1s. They sent me a pair to check out, do a little post on Instagram, so I figured I might as well just make a video on these shoes as well. The pre-orders right now for them are live, but they do not launch or ship until August of 2024. I don't think anything is going to be different between the samples that I got right now and the actual release ones when they come out. And once again, this is just a colorway. There's nothing structurally different about these Savage ones compared to the normal ones. So first off, let's just take a look at the color blocking of the shoe. So the knit material throughout is a shade of olive drab, and then it's got black sewn into it to give it more contrast. And then the overlays and eye stays are another shade of that olive drab as well. And then at the very back part of the shoe, it's another shade of green that has a little bit more of a darker hue to it. And then that also has black, kind of like, it's like almost like camel print into it. And I guess we can just start with the first detail at the back part of the shoe, which is the date and time of operation. Overlord 6/6/1944, and then that's at 0630. So really cool detail back there, and then it also has Operation Overlord printed on to the TPU heel counter. It's actually not just printed there, it's embossed. And then on the medial side of the heel counter, you have an embossed American flag that's normally a number 1 for the Savage ones, or the normal edition Savage ones, but on this model, it's the American flag. I think that should be just like a normal thing for the Savage ones. On the lateral side, it says Born Primitive. That's not any different. And then we have the Born Primitive logo on the side in somewhat of a like khaki color. And then on top of the eye stays, it says damn on one shoe and then few on the other shoe, to remind you that, you know, not everybody is willing to sacrifice certain things or put in the work. And then on the tongue, it's the same tongue printed in that olive drab, and it's got the Born Primitive logo on it. So these also come with a spare set of laces. If you're not rocking with the lighter shade of green that does have a black stripe through it, you do have a black pair of laces that has a green stripe through it. The outsole is the same outsole. It's a multi-directional outsole. It's got that little split at the bottom part of, or the back part of the heel, so that that flexes easier and you can run in these shoes better. And then the insoles are a dual density insole on the Born Primitive, and that goes with this model, all models. It's black printed on the forefoot, and then it's orange on the heel part. And I think that's a little bit of a missed opportunity with this shoe. Like, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the insole, but as it is, that's just how it is. And that is pretty much the entire colorway, which really is by itself a really nice looking colorway. I really like the olive drab. The details that are printed on it aren't like, they're not overboard. I guess some may say that the back part of the shoe is maybe a little bit big, but I don't really think that's that big a deal, especially for the people that are buying these shoes. It just makes them a little bit more meaningful to have them on. And like I said before, this is the normal, I guess, normal edition, which costs the same amount as the normal Savage ones. It costs $130 for just the shoes, but you do have the option, if you wanted to buy their limited edition bundle, which is limited to, I think, only 500. And That comes in an ammo can. It comes with a vial of sand from Omaha Beach, which is like really cool. And it comes with some trading cards of some of the survivors that were there on D-Day, that raided the beach on Omaha Beach or in France. And I think overall that package is I mean, it's really, really cool. I don't know if you would ever want to open it because of how cool it is. But that package costs $300, which I think is pretty, I don't want to say out of line or anything. I think $300 is actually a pretty good price point for that package. Another thing about these shoes is that 100% of the sales of the D-Day Edition Savage ones up to $50,000 will be donated to the Best Defense Foundation, supporting veterans and their families. So, you know, when you're buying these, you're also buying them for a good cause as well. So as a colorway, I think that this is easily the best colorway that the Savage One comes in. They do come in some pretty, I want to say, safe things. I don't want to say that this is like too gaudy of a colorway, but it's definitely the most interesting out of all the ones that they have come out with as of yet. And like I said, if you're buying this, you're also buying it for, you know, like a good purpose as well. And I think it's one of the better training shoes on the market. It does everything really well. It has really no faults. It's a new take on an old school kind of like design. And like if you were somebody that just didn't like all of the things that they were putting on newer model training shoes, then I think you should really look into the Savage Ones, because they, like I said, do everything that you need them to do without a lot of the fluff that they put on current training shoes. So if you want to go and pick up a pair of the 80th anniversary D-Day Edition Savage Ones, I'll leave a link in the description. So if you guys have any questions about the D-Day Edition Savage Ones, or even just the normal Savage Ones, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.